Hey YouTube, welcome to my second vlog in as many days. Today I want to address the problem which I feel that is in WWE at the moment, that is the state of mid-card wrestling in WWE. How wrestlers like Swagger, um, wrestlers like R-Truth, people like Swagger have been there and done that, but they kind of need that push again. But at the end of the day, the main problem I have is mid-carders on Raw, because in my opinion there's not many mid-carders on Raw, but we do need Daniel Bryan to lose his title so we can give someone else a push, because at the moment Daniel Bryan is never defending his title, and he's a good wrestler. I like him along with many other wrestlers, but what he's doing at the moment isn't related at all to the US title, and we need something else in there. Just like on Smackdown, we got Ziggler, losing his title to Kofi. That changed things, and then he went on to get the number one contendership. So, in my opinion, we need someone else to step up to the US title plate. Daniel Bryan's good. He could probably move on to better things. He's basically doing a Miz at the moment, never defending his title, but could possibly challenge for the number one contendership. Now, Smackdown, we have an abundance of mid-card wrestlers, like Drew McIntyre. We have Cody Rhodes, people like that, and there was real evidence. There was real evidence that they were being pushed last week. They got put in a fatal four-way match. It was Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, who else was there? Big Show, and one other that I can't remember because SmackDown wasn't that good. Oh yeah, Ziggler. He won the match, didn't he? How could I forget that? How stupid am I? Ugh. And they pushed Ziggler, and to me that's a good thing. I like the fact they're pushing a mid-carder. To be honest, I like the fact that they have done in the past. WWE have pushed mid-carders in the Royal Rumble because that gives them a chance, to go for the title. Kind of like what they've done with Ziggler, but obviously that made him win a Rumble. They've just made him win a fatal four-way match. But yeah, so we got the whole Daniel Bryan situation, and they need to utilise more mid-carders on SmackDown, because whenever I watch a pay-per-view, they never seem to use wrestlers like Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes, and they always seem to be in really stupid feuds. And I just think they could be in better feuds because they're better wrestlers than what the feuds make them out to be. Cody Rhodes is standing there going, "Oh, I'm all dashing," and Big Show, he's a big guy. He should be dominating wrestlers like Cody Rhodes. And in fact, he lost to him a couple of weeks ago. And he's the only real involvement he's had in WWE recently is with being a Santa. Could WWE do more with the mid-carders? I think they can. And we will discuss this further when I bring in my good friend NJ, who will put his opinions on the mid-card status of WWE wrestlers in a minute or so, right after this.
What's up?
What's up? You gotta love R-Truth. Another mid-carder we could talk about. But someone who I did miss in my first part was Jack Swagger. Someone who has been in the main event status after winning Money in the Bank, and he's now been reduced to mid-card status. He's lost to Ziggler, he's lost to Kofi. What have they done to him? Why isn't he being pushed anymore? I don't understand. He is, as far as I know, a good wrestler. I mean, he's held the World Heavyweight Championship. But they don't seem to really want to do much of him at the moment. What's your opinions on that?
With Swagger, well, the last thing I remember with Swagger is him and his rivalry with the Big Show. I thought that would have made a good match, Jack Swagger versus the Big Show.
Again, Big Show's one of them guys that's just gone sort of down. He's fizzled out.
He's starting to. My nickname for him is the BFG.
But he was involved with the number one contendership match, which was good, even though they made him dominate and lose.
Which was bad, but luckily that the W used Wade to make him lose, which I thought was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I do like that booking. That was kind of like, that was a good booking for WWE, and I must give them a lot of credit on that one. To see Barrett come to SmackDown was a surprise enough, but to attack Big Show, that was that really did make SmackDown good. But what's made SmackDown even better for me was Ziggler.
Well, to be honest, the way I've seen Big Show over the years, I could not see Drew, Cody, or Ziggler beating him. I'd see Big Show dominating them three,
Yeah.
and he would have won the match. If Wade had come down, I think Big Show would have won.
He looked like he was going to win. I mean, I think that was why Wade Barrett interfered.
Well,
But like you say,
it's now pushed
Ziggler. Yeah. He's going to get his match at the Royal Rumble.
Against
So
Edge and lose.
that's one of my predictions gone down the drain for Royal Rumble. Dolph Ziggler. And also Randy Orton, I predicted him, but he's now involved in a title match. So, yeah, there goes my opinions, eh?
Well, what's our next prediction
Thank you,
with
Tumblr.
mid-carders?
What's that?
What's our next prediction with mid-carders?
Prediction for mid-carders.
Like Ted
DiBiase, I would love to see him. I mean, he's one of those wrestlers on Raw that I think could beat Daniel Bryan, but I don't think he ever will.
Well,
because, for a start, he's jobbing.
Well, yeah, he's jobbing, not doing as well as he could be, but he was a member of Legacy,
Yeah.
one of WWE's most dominating tag teams,
Cody Rhodes.
and now I don't know what the WWE plans are for him now. Lose against Daniel Bryan every match they have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not go against people he should be against. The only thing that's keeping him going is Maurice.
But they'll eventually break up, so...
And then what will happen with Ted then?
Well, I personally, with me, I just think WWE... This is my whole gripe about WWE. They're not using their mid-carders to their full potential. I mean, you see a lot of these, like, they've just pushed Ziggler. Now, he could, he's not going to win the title. We all know that. But it will be a good thing for them to do, to give him some main event experience, and then they'll put like him in the Elimination Chamber. That's more main event experience, and if they want to push him in the future, they've got a perfect platform.
The thing is, talk about Elimination Chamber, we'll talk more about him in probably another vlog, but with this, putting mid-carders in a big match like that, I think that's a bad move.
See, I don't think so at all. I think that's a good move. I think it's promoting future talent, kind of like the Royal Rumble does.
But you don't really want to put someone like Chavo Guerrero in Hell in a Cell.
Oh no, not Chavo. I'm not talking about low card. No look at low carders like Chavo Guerrero.
Calling Chavo low card when he's been previous tags with Eddie.
Yeah, but you look how much he's demised recently. He's just gone down the drain.
They're not using him very well.
But Raw has very little mid carders that I can think of. R-Truth, Daniel Bryan, Ted DiBiase. That's pretty much it. As far as I can remember off the top of my head, SmackDown has a lot of mid carders, and as far as I'm concerned, I mean, with the addition of Wade Barrett, you could argue against this, but they don't have enough main event wrestlers. I don't think they've got Edge. Undertaker's away on injury, therefore someone needs to come in and fill that place. And we thought it might be Swagger, but it's turned out that now it's Ziggler's turn, obviously. But I think WWE, especially on SmackDown, because we all know SmackDown sucks, of course, they need to use these mid-carders and to give them some sort of opportunity. That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. I don't know about you.
That sounds pretty right. But every opportunity that WWE gets to push a mid-carder, they fail and push more of the bigger wrestlers.
I suppose with WWE at the moment in its PG era, it's more inclined to push main event wrestlers rather than give mid-carders a chance. Kind of like they did with Rey Mysterio when they pushed him. I know how much you don't like Rey Mysterio, but he was a mid-carder, he was considered a cruiserweight, and then they pushed him to be this, underdog.
After you win the Royal Rumble. Which Royal Rumble should be a chance for mid-carders to do well, to maybe go on and win.
True. Well, I do agree with you on that one. But again, I kind of see why WWE, they don't. I kind of see why WWE might not want a mid carder as at WrestleMania. They might not think they're up to it. Therefore, they trust them. They trust their main eventers.
As true as that is, there's still that big gap between Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Anything could happen in those 2 months.
Yeah.
To give the mid carders a push and make them look good before WrestleMania. So it could happen, but WWE just don't see that.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think the WWE just see mid-carders as not as stepping stones to become big. I think just to be a part of WWE.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think WWE need to give these mid-carders an opportunity, because at the moment, I mean, they're giving them the odd food here and there, but I don't think they're using them enough. I think they could use them better, and I think they could use them more. But that's just my opinion. And if you people out there have any opinions on this, which I'm sure you do, just make sure you leave leave them in the comment section below, or on or on Twitter, of course, or Tumblr if you want to respond to any of our blogs. My blog is Daniel Parkin, which will be down at the bottom anytime soon, and my Twitter is Daniel_Parkin, and NJ here, Twitter NJ17, and Tumblr WWENJ. So if you have anything you want to say, any questions you want to post to us which we could answer in the next video, then please send anything to us. Just send. Got the thumbs out already. But any comments below, just let us know, and we'll try and answer questions. And on Tumblr or Twitter, any of those two. So thanks very much for watching. A third one will be up soon, I imagine. I'm not sure what we're going to do it on yet, but see you soon. Thanks for watching.